How can you tell if your car's camber is off? That's what we're going to find out now. So in this video, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe because every time we post a new video, you'll get notified. All right. Here we have a 2009 model Ford car, a compact car. It's a 1.0 car with hydraulic steering. And back here, we have a 3D alignment system. So now, how can we tell if this car's camber is off or not? I'm going to use a much simpler, more practical and faster tool so we can take the reading. And I'll be able to explain to you how to know if your car's camber is good or bad. Here we have the head of a computerized aligner with Wi-Fi communication, brand new, never used. So this is a computerized alignment system with Wi-Fi communication with our own brand. So we're going to carefully attach it right here to this clamp, making sure it's nice and tight and secure. Okay, now let's go ahead and turn on the equipment and begin the leveling process. The thing about this particular piece of equipment here, level it here, tap the little arm gently, level it here, a bit more, a bit more, a bit more. Okay, the equipment is leveled. As you can clearly see in the video demonstration, the equipment is set up in a straightforward manner. All I had to do was carefully attach the clamp to the wheel, securely fix the head to the clamp, and then precisely level the arm. So automatically, I already have the camber measurement displayed right here. That's because our movable plate is already loose here, right? So you can see that we didn't have to do any complicated or time-consuming procedure here to find out the camber measurement. You can clearly see that this camber right here is actually showing negative. It reads 1.40 degrees, which means that it's almost 2 full degrees of negative camber overall. So right away, I want to give you a tip here. So for those of you who work with alignment and you tend to set the alignment and camber to 0 on any car you work on, that's completely wrong, okay? That's because each car has its own measurement and specification depending on the brand, year, model, and steering system. So each car has a specific measurement for each vehicle. So in order for you to really know for sure whether your car's camber is off or not, you need to have a specific parameter, a clear reference point to compare against, right? And that's what I'm going to show you from now on. In this case here, this equipment is an alignment device. As I mentioned before, it's computerized and communicates via Wi-Fi. So by itself, it can naturally give you the alignment measurement parameter for each vehicle. So here you can see, here we have the system that runs with this equipment, okay? So we're going to open it here with 2 clicks, all right? And here's the thing, you're going to use the system that comes with the equipment itself. For you to have this measurement, to have this parameter, so I'm going to open it here in full screen to make it easier for you to see. And I'm going to come right here to align. Align here, I'm going to type here K. It's Ford K, and I'm going to look for it here. It's a Ford K hydraulic steering from 2008 to 2014. That's how the system shows it to us. It's on it here, look. Now I'm going to click on it, see? Here the camber has already appeared. Look, from a single head installed, see the little green here? The other one on the other side is off. It hasn't even been installed on the equipment. It's over there, look. So we have only one head installed, and the camber has already shown up here as negative 1.40, right? Now there's a detail, we don't have any reference here, right? Because this screen here is the equipment's home screen. When I click on next, it will show me the current parameter, like the camber as it is right now. And here, the specification, it can be up to positive 0.24 and can go as far as 1.6. So 1.6 is the maximum it can go negative. And it is negative. 1.40, in other words, the camber is out of specification. It needs to be adjusted. In fact, beginners often make a serious mistake in thinking that alignment is only to prevent uneven tire wear. Alignment measurements, including camber, caster, kingpin inclination, KPI, and various other significant aspects of overall vehicle geometry are thoroughly evaluated by engineering teams to achieve a well-considered balance between drivability, stability, safety, and relatively even tire wear across all tires. I have many followers who frequently contact me on WhatsApp, send me direct messages on Instagram, or reach out to me on Facebook saying that they recently took their car to the shop for a professional alignment service. The guy said he was going to adjust the camber, but they got suspicious. So for you who own a car, it's very simple. All you have to do is ask the professional, because ideally he should come to you and say the following. Look, your car currently has the camber recommended by the manufacturer for safe and optimal driving. It's positive, showing in the system as 0.24 positive, and it can go up to as much as 1.06. So when you show this, if you are the professional, you should be the one showing it, right? To the client, then the client can have a better understanding of things, because it's not just you saying it, you're showing it on the computer screen. There is a system that guides you, that gives you the maximum and minimum parameters, right? So since the professional or the guy who's just a beginner, not even a professional, but just a beginner, he didn't give you that information. He didn't show you that on the screen. So you might suddenly say, oh, adjust the camber. But why adjust the camber? Let me understand that. So many times the person doesn't really know how to explain things clearly, doesn't communicate effectively. And that leads to the car owner's lack of trust in the person doing the work. So this is my tip for you. Now, if you work with simpler equipment that doesn't provide you with this information, what should you do? This one here, as you saw, communicates simultaneously with the computer. It gives you a parameter here, which you can see. But if you use much simpler and more basic equipment, such as the one that I have right here in front of me, to show you, you can see here, imagine that suddenly the person you take your car to for alignment, or maybe you yourself, the alignment technician works with a machine that is much simpler and also much older. This is typically a panel foot aligner, which is a piece of equipment that is already considered quite outdated, or sometimes even a digital alignment machine that does not have Wi-Fi communication capabilities, and in some cases does not even include a database system. There are several brands and models of equipment similar to this one here that don't provide a database system. So what could you do? You could do something very straightforward and simple, which would be to use the Aligner Guide app, which runs directly on your phone, making it easy and accessible for you to use anytime you need it. So let's take a look at how it works. All right, look, here we have a piece of equipment. Even if it were a digital one or a panel machine, you could use the app here, the Aligner Guide. Right where you click here on it, you download it from your Play Store. So here you're going to click on Consult. Look, and now I go up here, I'll click right here and type the name of the car. Type here, car space, press down here. Then it will search for this car. So let's go. Next, I'll look for this car here. It's a car. It's a 2009 Ford K. Power steering here. Look, you can select car. Power steering, 2009. I'll click on it. Look, I'll open it here. So you can see that here it shows the front measurements right here on the arrow. And here the rear. So I have the machine on the front. It showed negative camber at 40. I want to see the front here. Let's go. Come here. Click on the arrow. I clicked here. And it will show me the following. See the camber on this car here? It's 0.24 positive. And it can go up to 1.6. And it's at 1.40 negative. 1.40 negative is actually more than 1.6 in fact. So this is a simple and straightforward way for you to know if your car's camber is good or not. It doesn't matter whether you're an aligner or not, because you can download the Guiado Alignador app, which is available for download from the App Store for both iPhone and Android devices. So if you have a car and you take it to the mechanic, you can already check here if the guy says, oh, the camber is off. Why? Let's see which car, which year. You can check that here in your app. Which year, which model, what is the camber measurement for your car? Another thing, for example, for someone who is an aligner and uses a machine like the one I already showed, a much simpler, more outdated machine, they don't have a system with a database. This aligner system, besides providing, for example, a simple lookup like I did here in this video, will also offer the function for you to generate a report with the initial and final measurements after the adjustment. Another feature that is already available today is the ability to print the report. You can generate the report, you can send it by email, send it via WhatsApp, and you can print the report for your client. For those of you who aren't in the field, or even if you are, another thing that will be released in the app are courses and training sessions. Basic courses for beginners. There will be a course on how to take better care of your car. For you, the user, tips on maintenance, oil changes, when to change it, how and why, among other options that we are developing within this app here. We're also going to have a feature here where you can record and register the important date and current mileage of your car when you change the oil. And when the 6-month period is up, the app will send a message directly to your phone. All right. So this application that we're currently developing, it's myself together with my business partner, and we also have a dedicated team working alongside us on it. Will include several features that are going to be very useful, both for people who work with alignment and perhaps for you as well, if you are just a regular vehicle user, okay? And here's the thing, I'm also going to show you right here on the screen of our alignment computer, 3D, so you can see that the same thing that happened here with the computerized system with Wi-Fi communication, it provided you with the information. The same thing that happened in the Guia do Alinado app, which showed you the information, the minimum and maximum parameters for each camber adjustment. So we're going to see that as well on the screen of our equipment, 3D. So you can see here that I'm going to click on vehicle and I'll type in the car manufacturer. Let's type Ford. Now I'm going to look for the car here. 2009, double click. Now I'm just going to look for car here. Okay, let me see. So here we have the Ford Ka with mechanical steering and the Ford Ka with hydraulic steering. And I'll double click right here, or just a single click right here if you prefer. And then when I click right here, for example, on the section labeled measurements, it will show exactly the same thing as before. Okay. So all of the parameters that you need are found right here in this area. You can see that we used Camber as a reference point in this case. Look, for example, it can be as negative as approximately minus 1.6 degrees, and it can also go up to 0.24 degrees. So there is a minimum measurement and a maximum measurement, or maximum and minimum, or minimum and maximum. And there is a preferred measurement, or the average, which is halfway between the minimum and the maximum. This video will end here. If you liked it, click like. If you want to buy or acquire equipment like this, I sell it personally, directly to you, and I ship anywhere in Brazil. Did you see that it beeped and turned off? It's because it stayed on for a total of 10 minutes without any kind of action being taken, without any movement, and to preserve the battery, it was programmed to turn off. After 10 minutes, with no kind of action with the equipment, all right? So it's an exclusive piece of equipment, okay? Rich in finishing details, excellent configuration, a lightweight little device, and sensational. Besides having all the unique features of the equipment itself, I personally provide support. We provide service 7 days a week, including Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays, all right? Another thing we provide several videos showing you how to use each function of the equipment. So at no point will you have trouble using the equipment, as well as contacting us for support, technical assistance, or warranty services, since we are always available to help and ensure your experience is smooth and straightforward. If you like this video, please take a moment to click like, leave a comment below, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel, because every time we post a new video, you'll be notified so you never miss our latest videos.